Welcome to the Vanilla to Vixen podcast. This show contains adult content, so if you are under 18 or easily offended, please switch off now. Mr. and Mrs. N are not qualified relationship counsellors. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Now the disclaimer is out of the way. Sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey from Vanilla to Vixen.
Welcome to the Christmas special of Vanilla to Vixen. Can you hear the bells? The big man's almost on his way. We are Mr. and Mrs. N, also known as
the Naughty Couple.
Hello, Mrs. N.
Hello, Mr. N. How are you?
I'm feeling very festive.
I think you got so engrossed in it being festive, you've forgotten to say what number episode this is.
It's number 175.
No.
I can't believe it. We've got such a full stocking for you, dear listener.
Is your bag bulging?
It's hanging. The stocking is hanging, Mrs. N. We have got the details of the first parties of the V2V Club.
Oh, my word.
And when the tickets will be going on sale.
It's all very real, isn't it?
I know, it's incredible. But before that, I've got a little Christmas story for you.
Oh, lovely.
Are you ready for this?
I'm braced.
What did Mike Tyson say when his girlfriend gave him a golden shower for Christmas?
I don't know.
It's beginning to look a lot like Pissmas. That's my Christmas joke.
That's so bad.
It is quite bad.
It's so bad, it's so good.
We move on.
We do. This week's episode is awesome, isn't it?
We have got some very special Christmas guests.
Yes, we do.
We've got some angels of Christmas.
I like that.
Or are they naughtier than the elf on the shelf? We've got two stunning single ladies that we will be talking to a little bit later on.
Yes. You could have an alternative to Elf on the Shelf. You could have the unruly unicorn.
I mean, you have all sorts. You could have like sub down the pub. I don't know. Swinger on the... I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything, no.
It's gone too far. Moving on. So, big news this week.
Yes.
It's the first parties. We are announcing the launch parties at the V2V Club in Nuneaton, Warwickshire. Okay?
Yep.
And the club is on Newgate Street in Nuneaton in Warwickshire.
That's it. You now know where it is.
You now know where it is. It's got the big VV on the door. You can't miss it. You can't just turn up there. If you just turn up, we will not let you in. You have to have tickets. You have to be a member. All the membership and how to join is available on our website, V2, that's the number 2, V2V.uk. So you must be a member. It is a members only club. The minimum age is 25 years old.
It is.
And all the details, all the policies, everything is all on our website, v2v.uk. You must be a member. You've got to do your membership online first. You can join straight away if you're a couple or a single lady. But single guys, you will need to fill in all your details and send them to us via email. How to do that is all on the website, v2v.uk. Once you've done that, we will ask you to do an interview and have a short vetting process before you can secure your memberships. The membership has been overwhelming. So even if you're a member, we can't guarantee you tickets to the first weekend of parties. You will have to see what tickets you can get. But do not fear, because the membership has been just... Well, it's been touching, hasn't it, Mrs. N?
Really, yeah. Very overwhelming and very humbling.
Incredibly so.
Yes.
So, obviously, originally we were just like, well, we'll just do an opening weekend and see how it goes. And the membership has been ridiculous. Obviously, we appreciate everybody who's bought membership isn't planning to come on the very first event, but we do want to make sure that there's enough events to cover people in the first 2 or 3 weeks who have bought their memberships.
Yes.
So we're doing 2 weekends of launch parties, 2 full weekends. So Friday the 6th of February, the club opens its doors for the very first time. And that will be for a limited amount of single gentlemen, couples and single ladies. Okay, Fridays, just the same as other clubs. Few selected single gentlemen, couples and single ladies. Saturday, it will be couples and single ladies only. Are you ready for the parties, Mrs. N?
Go on.
They are V2V, the Vixens debut on Friday the 6th, the grand opening party. Saturday the 7th, V2V, the first chapter, the grand opening.
Love it.
Couples and single ladies on Saturday the 7th of February. Okay. Now we move on. Thursday the 12th of February.
Yes.
It might be a bit quieter on the Thursday. And we are doing the soft landing social.
Oh, I love this.
So Thursday the 12th, if you want to just come down, see the club, if you are kind of not ready for that crazy vibe and you fancy something a little bit more subdued, a little bit more relaxed, then Thursday the 12th will definitely be for you.
Yes.
And that is the soft landing social on Thursday the 12th.
You can come along, you can meet myself and Mr. N.
We will be there.
We will be there. You'll be able to chat to us.
Absolutely. Ask us any questions.
Yeah.
See if we're still alive. We move on. We've got to be alive. We can't afford to be ill. We can't afford to be anything. We've got a club to run. We move on. Friday the 13th of February. It is the Hot Wife and Bachelor Ball.
Oh, I like that one too.
That's going to be a sexy one. Friday the 13th. What can go wrong? Friday the 13th of February, the Hot Wife and Bachelor Ball. On the Saturday, again, single gentlemen, single ladies and couples. Okay? As well as everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Saturday the 14th of February, this is all part of our double launch weekend. Saturday the 14th of February is V2V, the first kiss. Valentine's Ball. And we've already got a couple of couples who are planning to come to that one from abroad.
I know.
I can't believe it. We've got people internationally who are coming across, and so they're having to organise plane tickets and all sorts. So we have been in touch with them, and if you are abroad and you're planning to come, we can make a special reservation for you.
Yes.
But you've got to live abroad. We totally understand you've got to organise tickets and things.
Yeah.
Tickets go on sale. Are you ready? When do they go on sale, Mrs. N?
They go on sale on Friday, the 2nd of January, 2026.
Oh my God. New year, new start. People will still be hungover from New Year's Eve. Get yourself together, have a black coffee, get on the internet web, go to V2V.uk. The tickets will be for sale on Friday, the 2nd of January.
Yeah, and all information regarding those parties will be on the website.
Absolutely.
Because I know we'll get lots of questions about what's the dress code, what do we do? So we'll put everything on there on our v2v.uk.
We can probably put the details up a little bit sooner.
Yes.
But the tickets will go on sale We have a very special online box office on the website. So you'll see all the details to the parties. That'll be on our upcoming events. Obviously, we've got a lot more events coming after these 2 weekends, but we're just going to start off with these 2 weekends because they are biggies. So if you want to come to the launch and see what the new V2V Club is really like...
I still can't believe you're saying that.
If you want to see if we've managed to build a roof yet, if we've installed a toilet or 2, then you know what to do. Get onto v2v.uk.
Awesome. So we always said that you guys are coming on this journey with us.
Absolutely.
As in regard to setting up the club, the sort of themes that we're thinking of.
Paying
all
the
that.
bills.
Do you want to be included in that bit? So we put our voices out there on our Discord group to ask what people would like. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that came back from our lovely ladies of Discord was that they would like a ladies' room.
I know, that was incredibly popular.
It is incredible, and I'm actually really excited about this. So this is a room that the ladies can go into. However, they can invite gentlemen and couples with them.
Okay, so if you are a lady and you've got a male partner, you have to invite your partner in. Otherwise, us fellas, we have to just stand at the door.
I mean, we've always said that the ladies are in charge, but this is definitely where the ladies are in charge.
Absolutely. So if you fall out with your wife halfway through, you're left standing outside the door.
So the beautiful ladies on our Discord group have been giving us some ideas for themes and decor, and they have come up with some amazing ideas.
What are they, Mrs. S?
So some of them, there was a few that came up regarding like a Moroccan theme.
Oh, nice.
Which was nice. There was also like an Oriental theme with cherry blossom.
I like that.
Silk.
Far East, Japanese.
Very beautiful. Thing, yeah. So if you are on our Discord group in our ladies' room and you have some ideas of how you would like your ladies' room to be, please add some messages and some pictures, because at the moment they are looking fabulous. And I'm super excited about this.
I bet you are. Gentlemen, we're going to have to woo the ladies with pick and mix.
You had me at pick and mix.
There we go. See? It's a winner. So this is just one of the sort of fun things that we're going to have in the club. We're going to have a ladies' invitation room.
Yes.
Which will be a private lounge type playroom, whatever you want to call it.
There will be. Obviously, there will be other areas to play. We have other lounges.
We do. We have a big private lounge stroke playroom, whatever you want it to be.
It's beautiful. Well, it will be.
Yes, it will be. At the minute, it's just mere plaster. Does it have plaster or brick?
It's half and half.
Half and half.
Yes, but it will be. But yeah, so we're currently thinking of themes and decor and everything. But it was so lovely to get the ladies involved in this one. We want you to be a part of this.
Absolutely.
This is your club, and we want to, we want your ideas. We want your touch of everything, because you guys know what you're doing.
Absolutely. And a big special thank you to everyone who's helped so far.
Absolutely.
Especially Roger and the cabin girl, who have just been amazing.
Yeah, not only are they helping us out with everything, they're also helping to keep us sane.
Yes.
We've flipped out a couple of times, haven't we?
I lost my sanity about 3 years ago.
Yeah. We just keep going, is this really happening?
Absolutely. And we introduced ourselves to our new next door neighbours.
We did.
In Nuneaton.
Yes, we did.
Are you ready, listener?
Oh, this is special, guys. Before Mr. N reveals this, we just want you to let you know that when we were looking for a venue, we took into consideration everything that you guys would need.
I bloody well mean everything.
Exactly. So you can't say we don't deliver. So, Mr. N, would you like to explain to our lovely listeners what is around their club?
So, we have got everything for you. We've got a beautiful cafe just up the road. We've sampled their food. It's beautiful. It's called Leonardo's.
Oh, they do amazing all-day breakfakes.
I know. Really
and they
beautiful.
are open on Sundays.
Yes, so you can stay at the hotel, which is only about 600 or 700 yards away.
Yep.
It's a new secret hotel. You'll have to Google it yourself. It's the hotel that begins with H. And it's about 600 or 700 yards away, and you know where it is. And next door on Newdigate Street. Okay.
Yeah,
On one side, we have the beautiful Labyrinth Club.
we do.
That's one side. That's to the left of us. To the right of us was this building with all frosted glass. And I thought, looks a bit like a building society, perhaps a bank or something. I don't know. I think I'll have a little wander in. So I wandered in, and all of a sudden I see these beautiful ladies dressed in uniform. Nurses' uniforms.
What type of nurses were they, my lovely?
It was a sexual health hub. We've managed to open a private members club that swingers like to attend. And next door, we have a sexual health clinic.
You can't say we don't give you everything on your doorstep.
The man on his bike has fallen off once again. Listeners, I'm not bullshitting you.
No, we have spoken to the nurses.
And what made it even funnier for me was I wandered in thinking it was like, I don't know, the Alliance and Leicester Building Society or something. And I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't be here. No, I'm fine. And I turned around and this nurse went, hello, lovey, can I help you? And I was like, no, I'm all right, thank you. And then she realised, she obviously thought I was like embarrassed. And she went, don't worry, come here, grabbed my arm.
Oh, did she?
And dragged me into... And I'm like, no, honestly, I'm fine. It was all well and good.
When we got the keys to the club on Monday, didn't we?
We did.
So obviously we hurried down there. We've obviously been collecting little bits and pieces. So we wanted to drop all that off at the club. And as we were offloading everything, the nurses were actually coming out of the
Yes.
hub, weren't they?
Yeah.
And you and Roger happened to have a little chat with them.
I think they already knew what was coming.
Yeah, I think they probably did. We're kind of hoping we might be able to sort of set up a good relationship with them, and maybe they would be able to supply us with certain things.
Absolutely. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
It's all up in the air.
It's a one-stop shop when you come to V2V.
Literally. So, if you want to come to V2V, go to v2v.uk. We are going to have the best of times. This is the ultimate safe space. If you don't consider yourself a swinger, and we know people and couples who listen to our podcast, this is a place where it's kind of going mainstream.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of like when back in the 90s, because obviously everybody knows I've been in entertainment and everything, and back in the 80s, 90s, you had gay clubs that all of a sudden became more mainstream, and you had straight guys going into them just because they loved the vibe. And this is what V2V we hope to make for you. It's just the fact that you can come into V2V. It's a completely safe place. Nobody wants to spike your drink. You don't have all that kind of stuff that happens in nightclubs where you're on edge kind of thing.
Yeah, and you feel a bit like you're in a meat market when you're a lady going into a nightclub. And
if anyone just reaches out and touches anyone at the V2V club, they're gone. They're out. You don't get any second chances. You're gone. We expect a certain etiquette. We expect a certain behaviour from everyone in the club. So it's a completely safe, no pressure, no expectation environment. You can just come in, have some pick and mix.
Please have some coffees from Mr. N's new coffee machine.
You're building it up a bit too much. You're building that up a little bit too much. I had a gentleman come up to me at our last ever party at V2V, our last ever party at Liberty Elite. How big was that party?
It was huge, but it was fabulous.
It was wonderful. Thank you so much to everyone who attended. And I had a gentleman come up to me and go, Mr. N, tell me your coffee machine, it sounds bigger than Costa.
Yeah, you might have built it up a little bit too much.
We built it up too much. It's a kettle from...
No, it's not.
It's a kettle from B&M.
We do have a kettle from B&M, but that's not his coffee machine, I can guarantee.
So if you want to come and see us, you know how to do it now. Get onto v2v.uk. You will be welcome all couples, single ladies, we only have limited amounts of memberships left because we don't want to go mental and offer too many memberships where people then can't get into the parties. So at this stage, get on there as soon as you can. Join up. Once you're a member, then we'll release the tickets on January the 2nd.
That's right.
For the events. Absolutely. And now it's time for a very festive Mrs. Mother Trucker with a Fun Fact Friday. Fun Fact Friday.
All of Santa's reindeer, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen and Rudolph are female, because male reindeer shed their antlers at the end of the mating season in early December. That means Santa's sled is pulled by strong, independent and reliable female reindeer.
Oh my goodness me, we've got female empowerment in festive cattle now. I don't know. Moving on. As you say, Mr. N, it's the main meat of the show. Let's meet the beautiful New Experiences 888
and Pixie. I love this part of the year. It's my favourite show. It's the Christmas special.
Christmas wouldn't be complete without a Pixie.
Yeah.
So we've got a Pixie.
Hello.
Looking beautiful.
Thank you.
And we've got our gorgeous New Experiences 888.
Hello.
Are you all right, my lovelies?
Very well,
Yes,
thank you.
So for our listeners that have listened to
170
all of the
odd
podcasts
hours
in order,
of nonsense and gibberish.
you may remember that back in July, was it June, July?
It was a summer episode.
It was a summer episode when we went to Camp Vegas and we managed to grab these gorgeous pair of ladies who were chatting away to us, who are our stunning unicorns. And at the time I said, I need to get you on the podcast and do a full episode with you. And they're here.
And what we've got them specially for the Christmas episode.
I know,
It's brilliant.
I know. It's been a long time in the making, hasn't it, girls? But we got there. We got there.
Yeah.
I need to ask, girls, have you still got your tan lines?
From Camp Vegas? No. Unfortunately not. It's not the last time I checked anyway.
Well, we've got some Christmas cracker questions for you guys,
Okay.
which the listeners are going to want to know about. But before we do that, we always tend to ask our guests, how did you get into the naughty hobby? How did it all start for the both of you?
Yeah, okay.
You go first.
I will do. It was a bit of an unusual one for me. So I'm happily divorced, and I wasn't really kind of looking to get back into the dating scene. I like being single.
Okay.
I genuinely do like being single. But on saying that, I did want some sort of male company. Somebody
Companionship,
that I could go out for some drinks with or dinner, just to have a giggle, really,
Yeah.
and obviously some great sex.
But you don't have to wash up after them.
Absolutely,
You don't have to cook them dinner.
no, you don't have to worry about emotional trauma or drama. Yeah, so I kind of joined Fab Swingers initially looking for a friend with benefits. So that's how I first got kind of introduced to the naughty hobby.
So how did you know about Fab Swingers?
I joined a dating app which was disastrous because everybody wanted to know what book I'd read and whether, what I did on weekends. Was I into cycling? Did I do rowing? All that kind of jazz. And I just thought,
yes, but
exactly,
in a different way.
And I just thought, this is not going to work for me.
I've nodded off already.
I know, exactly. So I thought, this is not going to work for me. This is not what I'm after. And then I just bumped into a guy. I spoke to a guy and he said, have you tried Fab Swingers? And I hadn't got a clue what he was on about. Because to be honest, I've always had very traditional relationships, so I was really quite naive about the whole thing. And I didn't have a clue that websites existed or adult clubs existed in this nature at all. So it was a real eye-opener for me when I first joined the website website. And it was like looking for a needle in a haystack, looking for a really nice, decent, genuine guy that ticked the boxes.
Still is, isn't it?
It really is. You're right. It really is.
Being a single lady, did you like have that initial ding, 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 ding of all like hundreds of messages?
Hundreds and hundreds. And initially you try and be polite and respond to them, you know, saying thank you, but you're not my type, or thank you, but you live bloody 300 miles away.
I love it when you get the ones that are like up in Edinburgh or somewhere.
Absolutely.
It's like, okay.
And then after a while you just think, well, if you've just literally looked at my picture and sent me a hi, I'm sorry, but I'm going to delete you. You know, I haven't got time to be responding to everybody that just sees a picture and you know, drops you a message. So, and I still do that today because you still get them. I don't get hundreds anymore, but you still get an awful lot every day.
You will do after this.
Oh, God.
So I'm just letting you guys know you've got to be inventive and original.
Yes.
And please read my profile first.
Yes.
No bugger ever does. I mean, that's the crazy thing. I'm quite specific about what I'm looking for. And, you know, I'm not looking for a hookup. I'm not looking for a guy that just wants a shag, you know. I'm not interested. I need some sort of connection.
I think
need
this
some
is
fun.
where, and I'm hoping that after 170 odd episodes, we've kind of busted that myth that swingers or people in the naughty hobby, all they're after is a quick shag.
Yeah. And I'm not.
For the
Definitely
majority
not.
of us, it is about a connection, isn't it?
Exactly. I'd rather have a cup of tea.
Sometimes.
Wait. Pixie and I, we've got some differences.
We've got a lot of
similar
overlap,
views, but
haven't we?
we've got a lot of overlap. But when Pixie talks, you'll see we are different. So that's how I got involved. And then I think the biggest turning point for me was I saw a social that was advertised in a town near me, a social event that was being hosted by they've been on your podcasts actually, and it was the camping, so the LV socials.
LV.
Fred and Wilma.
Fred and Wilma.
Big shout out to Fred
Yeah,
and Wilma.
absolutely.
Adore Fred and Wilma.
We do.
Fred has the best accent ever.
I actually got him to record me a bedtime story once in his accent. Because I told him that honestly, it does things to me.
Well, those social events were brilliant for me, and the real turning point. So, you know, I went to one, and, you know, it's just like a normal Saturday night, dressed in normal clothes like you would to go to a pub on a Saturday night. But the difference is everybody in that pub wants to talk to you. You know, they're friendly and welcoming and non-judgmental, and I just made some amazing friends. In fact, that's how you and I met, isn't it? That's how Pixie and I met, was through the LV socials.
Yes.
Did you find as well that like the group there is such an eclectic mix of wide range of people that you wouldn't necessarily socialise with or mix with?
Absolutely.
And you suddenly find that you've become really good friends with people from a completely different...
Yeah, and I think that's one of the beautiful things actually about the swinging world is the broad range of people that you meet in all sorts of, not just socials, but clubs and parties. And
I totally agree. I totally agree with that.
And they're the real reason for my friendships with the single girls, the other unicorns that I know. Like yourself, Pixie. And that's what introduced me to the club life, I suppose, the club world. And your V2V and Vegas Vixen events have been my favourites, really, through this journey. Hence the reason we're talking today, I suppose.
I think you bring something up as well, which for people that have only ever listened to the podcast and never been to a club, is probably a really interesting thing, is that you get friendships as well. So people initially think, going to a swingers club, it's all about sex.
No.
But you've got this companionship and friendship with people of the same sex.
Absolutely.
And just friendships.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
We meet for lunch, we meet for coffee. I've been on holiday with some of them. In fact, I'm off to PDI in January with a big bunch of swingers. Who'd have thought?
We've warned PDI. We've warned PDI. The whole of Playa de Ingles is on alert.
Absolutely. We were at a museum yesterday, and it wasn't just the single girls. It was, you know, some of the ladies from the couples as well. Because obviously... you know, I like meeting couples as well as single men. So I've got friendships with couples as well as single ladies. So it's been brilliant just to broaden, I suppose, my outlook.
That's amazing. What about you, Pixie?
Well, I think my story's similar to yours and new experiences in a lot of ways, but I'm also very happily divorced. And I'd separated from my ex-husband about 5 years ago, and he left me on the Wednesday. I started running on the Friday. So my body has changed significantly over the past few years, and that's done a lot for my confidence.
Yeah.
And then I joined some dating sites, and like you said, I wasn't quite really prepared.
You weren't ready for those bridge nights or playing croquet or something.
Well, just for that onslaught of idiotic messages and pictures, dick pics and all that sort of stuff. But so the learning curve was steep and quick and fast. But I then started using slightly different dating apps. So although I was using, am I allowed to mention?
Yeah.
So I was using Bumble. I was using OkCupid. I always get muddled up and say OK Computer, but that's just
wasn't that an album?
Yeah, Radiohead.
Yeah, it was
amazing. One of my favourite bands. So I was using those and Field as well.
Yeah, I've heard about Field.
So what happened with me is, much like you, it was like I don't really want to get into anything serious, but I just want to have a bit of fun. I've got my life, I've got my family, my children, and everything, and work and all the things that keep you busy. But it's just nice to have a bit of company, like you say, and have some fun. So I started kind of building up meets, and I was having meets with various different people, and then I met one particular guy, and he invited me to a sex party.
Oh, wow. Was this a club or a house?
A house. It was a beautiful mansion house in the middle of the countryside. I had no idea what to expect. And unbeknownst to me, the man that I'd met and his partner that took me to the party were quite kind of prolific on Fab. Okay. And I didn't really know anything about Fab. So I rock up at this party, and everybody's like, having a sip of wine, and they're like, oh, what's your Fab name? And sharing all their Fab names with each other. And I'm standing there thinking, well, what the fuck's Fab?
How nervous were you at that stage?
Well, I was okay.
I suppose you'd already met and knew your friends.
Yeah, I was okay, because I'm the type of person is I kind of like embrace my nerves.
Okay.
So whatever situation I go into, I know I'll sometimes feel nervous, whatever it is in life, but I'm just going to take this on, and I'm okay. So I was feeling okay. But anyway, I walked in, everybody's standing around sipping wine, and then this guy in the corner, he's there with a partner, he clocks me. So he was an amazing person, and I still know him as a fantastic friend, sort of over 3 years ago that was now. And but really we spent a lot of time in that evening together, and he again was very well established on the swinging scene. And then took me to a club about 2 weeks after that. And then we went to all sorts of different clubs together in the Northwest and parties. And then it just opened up really from there. So I can honestly, hand on heart, say it's been one of the most amazing experiences in my life. I have done things and met people that I would never have dreamt of doing or meeting. And there's just so many fantastic people, like we're all sat in this room now, there's just it's a gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving in so many amazing ways.
I've never heard it called that before.
It's brilliant.
It's one of my cliches.
There we go.
I'm going to call that the Pixie motto.
Yeah.
I've got quite a few of them though, so that's it.
We've got time.
but it's like, for example, like earlier on this week, I went for a coffee with a lady who I've met through Fab. I met her over the summer. We happened to run into each other at 3 parties, like virtually like just a few weeks apart. and she lives quite locally to me. But anyway, but it's just like the contacts and networks she makes. She gave my son some work. You know, it's like he was looking for some work, some casual work, and she was able to oblige. And I just think it's just such an amazing.
We're like the the pineapple Freemasons. we fix it up. We just wear different kind of pennies
and have different kind of handshakes.
Yes, more vigorous handshakes.
But I just love that network of people.
Honestly, it's like a family, isn't it?
Absolutely, and because it is kind of like a small world. You know, you know the 6 degrees of separation sort of thing. Well, in the fab world, it's like 2 or 3, really, isn't it? But I just love that. I love that wonder to it.
I am always in awe of you girls being unicorns, because I look at you and I think, I don't know if I would have the confidence to be able to just put myself out there.
Can you imagine, Mrs. N? Because obviously we met, I don't know if anyone knows, me and Mrs. N met shortly after Mrs. N was getting divorced.
Right.
So I was just saying,
happily divorced.
Can you imagine doing that kind of thing?
No, because and I'm sure this is a story for a lot of women that have been divorced. I had no confidence. I was on the floor. I was very broken, and gone through a long-term marriage where you're constantly told, "Oh, you should change this or you should change that," so you don't feel very good about yourself. I think I just don't know whether I would have ever had that confidence. The only reason I have the confidence now is through Mr. N, because he has allowed me to take my time, find out who I am, what I like, what I don't like, but given me the encouragement as well as, you know, the affection and the love to build me up that way. So I am in total awe of you guys. I really am.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would say is my observation through chatting with people on Fab is it's probably not the place you'd want to be, actually, if you were broken and feeling low and feeling quite down, because it can be brutal. You know, it can actually be quite brutal, and I'm very mindful of that when I reply to men. Actually, I'm always very kind when I respond to men, even if it's a no thanks. I try and do it politely, because you do find there are a lot of people on there that are going through various things and have got issues and are damaged in one way or another and at a low. So as a female in that situation, you've sorry, couldn't get my words out. Just described when you left your marriage, I think it probably would have been a bad thing anyway.
Do you think you need to find yourself, experiences first before you kind of go venture into Fab?
That's I mean, I know exactly who I am and what I want, and I think that definitely puts me in, holds me in good stead, really. I think if I was vulnerable, it wouldn't be the right place for me. So I think in answer to your question, just be wary. It can be quite brutal.
That's good advice. That is really
I think you've got to have that level of self-confidence. But I don't know about you, but for me, I think, I don't know, it just seems to have come, for me, a lot of things aligned all at the same time. So I had the gift of a divorce, which is like your free ticket to a new liberated life. And then, like I say, with the running and my body changing, and then, I don't know, just all these things lined up at the same time. And it was like, I've got this. Yeah. It's working, and it's.
How lovely is that, though, that you go through sort of quite a negative experience, but you have so much positivity about it. I mean, for other people that are either in that kind of relationship or going through that kind of relationship, to me, that is just like, you've just given the best advice ever. And it's just like, life is just amazing, and look what you can do and how it can help you. And like you said, the relationships that you girls have made with other unicorns and everything else. And I go in the girls' chat room on Discord, and I sit. I'm one of those secret. I love reading all the things, because they're sitting there giggling away, and I just think
a lurker.
I am a little bit. But don't tell Saucy that, it'll beat me out.
It will definitely.
But it's that closeness that you guys have.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. And trying to explain that to somebody that isn't in the naughty hobby is very difficult, isn't it?
That ladies' chat is such a supportive group. You can literally ask anything, or tell people, this is how I'm feeling today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you will get so many people respond with either great advice or just positive comments or just reinforcement that actually, everything's great and put a big smile on it. It's just a lovely chat room.
It is amazing.
Actually.
It is really amazing. But obviously, you guys are all amazing for being in it. So, right. So we have some crackers, don't we, Mr. M?
I wondered when Mrs. N was going to pull her crackers out.
I'm going to pull me crackers out. We've got some questions for you guys. So
here we go.
If you were part of a couple, would you consider playing with another unicorn? Hell yeah. That was easy.
Well, Pixie had to think about that long and hard.
Definitely, absolutely. I mean, that's another, just kind of rewinding a little bit, but one of the other great things about swinging is that I've had that opportunity to explore my bi side. So, easy answer.
It's true though, isn't it? Sometimes when in a I'm going to say vanilla relationship, you don't know what you don't know, and you can find sometimes with that constriction of the relationship, and you don't know what you don't know. You don't get a chance to explore as free as you would do.
Yeah.
So, new experiences with her cracker.
Right.
Ooh. Okay. If there is a couple and the female wanted to explore her sexuality, would you recommend playing with a unicorn or another bisexual couple for that experience?
That's a good question.
Oh, gosh. A female wanted to explore her sexuality. That's a tricky one for me to answer, actually, because that's not really... So if I play with another couple, I like to play with both of them.
Yeah.
So if this couple in question on the cracker question were both interested in playing with me as a unicorn, then great. If I found them both attractive and they both found me attractive, then brilliant. But I'm not one that wants to play with just the husband or just the female with the husband watching. So if it was me they were approaching and they were just looking for a female to experience, then either pick a different unicorn or
just
maybe another. Or definitely try a bisexual couple. I know we are. I don't know. I don't know what.
It is interesting to know because I do wonder how many people actually understand the ins and outs, so to speak, of what a unicorn is.
Well, we're all different as
well.
Yeah. So both Pixie and I are unicorns, but we're both different.
Yeah.
A bit like couples. You've all got different dynamics.
Yes.
I think you make a really good point there. That everybody thinks, oh well, a man and his partner, couple and a lady, and that's it. You've got two ladies and a man, and that's a simple dynamic. But it's not. You've got almost three different dynamics in that just alone. You could have the lady playing almost with a hot husband couple.
Yeah.
Or you've got, a hot wife, probably where the two ladies are playing together. So you do need to establish that dynamic first.
You do. Absolutely. We have got different dynamics.
Yeah.
How do we ever make it this far?
I don't know. And for me, I have to connect with them both. I have to want them both, and I have to. They both want to want me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. Mm-hmm. So I'm not quite sure how else to answer that
question. Darling. I think that's good. It gives people something to think about, doesn't it? Here we go, Pixie.
Oh, let's want Leo. There we go. Let's have a little rummage. It's like doing a brand tub. Okay. Oh, I like this one.
Oh, what have you got?
Do you like to approach or be approached?
That's a good one.
I think a bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
I do like to be approached, and I do love a bit. I do love someone chasing me.
Who doesn't like to be chased?
I mean, the thing is, it's going to be very flattering, isn't it? If somebody approaches you and says, "Look, I
love that. I love that. But I guess it's that thing as well, though, isn't it? It's lovely. It's great to be approached. It's great to be chased, but so much better when it's somebody that you really want to approach you or chase you.
Absolutely.
But conversely, I am very happy and comfortable to approach. And yeah, I've been known to do that. On quite a few occasions.
There you go.
A bit of both.
Watch out, guys. Pixie on the prowl.
I think one thing I've noticed from the Discord chat is a lot of the couples are also really nervous about approaching people.
Yeah.
So I just assume that because I'm on my own and I'm a single female, you know, that because there's two of them, it's easier for them to approach me. But actually, you listen to the Discord chat and they're all really nervous.
I completely agree.
So I think you
with
do
that.
have to be proactive sometimes.
I mean, I think in my experience, it's just, you know, and I think this goes across the board, whoever you are in whatever club or party that you're at, you've just got to break the ice and talk to people.
Yeah.
And I think I'm all right doing that.
You are.
I had a really great time once. I was with a friend in a club in the northwest, and I'd got these heels on, and they were absolutely killing my feet, and I just wanted to sit down. So I went and sat down, and I was sitting next to this absolutely gorgeous redhead. Absolutely stunning, and I'm like, oh bloody hell, my feet are killing me, and but it just started the conversation flowing, and then, you know, within 30 minutes we were finding a private playroom, and I was just like, I'm really glad I wore those really uncomfortable shoes.
You just never know, do you? You might not even be thinking it at the time, but something just sparks, and then who knows where that leads to.
Just to clarify, she had no hair, she just had a red head.
Oh, you are terrible.
It's not a joke, but...
You are awful.
New Experiences has got a sexy cracker down.
Do you have particular requirements when looking to play with others? What would put you off playing?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a
This
good
is
one.
single guys listening. Here you go. This is going to be a minute of gold dust.
Oh, gosh.
Now, what puts you off?
What puts me off? I suppose just cocky, arrogant guys. You know, that's a no from me. People that kind of just follow you around.
There's a very fine line, isn't there, between confidence and arrogance?
There is, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what else? I suppose it depends on where you're being kind of approached from. I actually do have quite a tick list on my Fab profile of what I'm looking for. You know, the obvious stuff. You know, the fact that I want somebody that is going to talk to me. You know, somebody that wants to get to know me. Somebody that's going to treat me with respect. So anybody that doesn't do those things is a massive no. You know, people that just send you dick pictures. You know, why on earth would you want to bother? Well, personally, anyway, why would I want to bother with those?
The thing is, if they take the time and the trouble to get to know you and get to know your preferences and things, and they go, yeah, I'm with you on that, both of you are going to have the best experience, aren't you? Yeah. Otherwise, one of them's going to go, well, this isn't what I signed up for. Or like yourself, you're just going to say, but it's not doing it for me.
It's having the intelligence to actually work out that there's still people on the other end of that profile if you're online, rather than just going, great, this is a sex site, so there's going to be women who just want sex. And if you've not got the intelligence to work out that there's actually a real person on the other end of that profile, you're not going to get very far, really.
No.
I mean, I always say it's about, I want to be treated like a human being and not just a fuckhole.
Yeah.
I love you.
Well,
I don't
sometimes I do.
We're going to need to put something at the back of this podcast of all of Pixie's little sayings.
Coming out for Christmas 2027, Pixie's motto book.
I know, I'm full of them.
It's a Waterstones #1 already.
That's hilarious. You know.
Here we go then.
Ready?
A cracker for Pixie.
Another one.
Another one.
I like these.
These are great questions.
They are. Okay. Have you ever felt unsafe? Should unicorns have a safety plan, and what would yours look like?
That's a good question.
I think this would be a question that a lot of single ladies would like to know.
I can understand that concern, and I have to say I have had quite a few conversations around this with a sort of non-swinging friend of mine, and when I told her that I visit clubs, she was like, well, what about the safety? And she got a lot of questions around that. I also had a conversation with an academic, actually, that I met at Swingathon a couple of, not the one just gone in the summer, but the year before. And we had a conversation about safety in clubs. So the answer to that question is, have I ever felt unsafe? No, I would say. But I have had those experiences, and I'm sure you would probably concur with this, where, and this happened to me just the other week at Libs, actually, and I'm on the big bed, you know, everything's going around at all different angles, and you just visually, you cannot see sometimes what's happening or who's trying to get at you or whatever. So a very good male friend of mine, who like hosts parties and is very big on the scene. Afterwards, he was like, I had to kind of step in because this other guy was trying to go in behind you. And I'm just like, thank God I've got friends like him, just to kind of watch your back, you know, sort of speak. Because you just, you know, I think just sometimes there can be a tendency for people to take advantage of certain situations. Yeah. But on a general level, the answer is yes, I feel safe. In fact, I feel a lot safer in a club than I would do going out in a town on a Saturday night. Yeah. Because what I love about clubs, and this is what I was talking with this academic about, is for me, and I'm sure you concur with this, is that you just feel so empowered. You know, just being able to almost say, yeah, I'll fuck you. No, I'm not going to fuck you. And I don't know, for a little one like me, it just makes me feel empowered, and I get off on that. That is half the turn on for me. Is just like I say, this little old me. It's like, actually, yeah.
I think you bring something really good there, because especially if you go to a hosted party, a lot of people know a lot of people.
Yes.
So even like new experiences, if we saw something untoward in a playroom, I know you would jump in and say,
yes.
All of us here, we would be straight in there.
Got each other's backs, haven't you?
But even if you don't know the person,
you'd still do it.
We'd all just jump straight in there.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a situation where I've actually been playing on the big bed with somebody. Not quite sure where you were, Mr. In at the time.
I was lost in the moment. It could be one of many moments, I don't know.
But at the corner of my eye, I could see this guy was just about to approach a lady. I didn't know either of them, and actually went, excuse me, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know, even
they were husband and wife. No, I'm being silly.
So even like you're very aware. I mean, I don't know whether because we are obviously hosts, we never really switch off.
No.
Even if we are lucky enough to play, you are always like just checking everybody's okay and stuff, because we feel that responsibility, don't we? That everybody feels safe, and
of course that's the most important.
And they're having a great time. So, but it is an amazing community.
Yeah,
for
it's
that,
really important as well, isn't it? I think, and for me, if I observe other people doing that, they instantly go up in my ratings.
Yeah.
You know, so like that question you had was about, well, what turns you off?
Yeah.
What turns me on is knowing and other people kind of like stepping up in those sorts of situations. I'm like, they're the kind of people I need to know.
The people that get the etiquette of being in the naughty hobby or being in a club environment or something they're like diamonds.
Yes.
They really are, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's good advice. If you're brand new, look for a party with a good reputation.
Absolutely. And I think it does depend on what kind of event, that you decide to go to. So like we were talking before, weren't we, about like maybe single females that are newer to the scene. And I would always say, you know, do your research, find out who the hosts are, who the other people are on the guest list, and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like you were saying, you know, about the V2V being one of your favourites, I totally understand why, because your events are so well delivered, well organised. Your guest lists are very
big, very big.
I know, I'm not looking forward to these cues tonight. But it's like that kind of cherry picking thing, you know. There's a lot of time, and or my sense is that there's a lot of time and effort gone into that, and I appreciate that and value that, and that's the advice I would give to any other single female.
Thank you,
that
Pixie.
means a lot, my lovely. I mean, that was when we first started doing the events. It was one of the things, wasn't it? Because we'd entered into this community, and it was amazing. We wanted to share it with everybody, but we wanted everybody to share the same experience that we had. And that was kind of like the thought behind our parties, wasn't it? Just to make sure that people feel looked after, they feel cared for, that they have a good time.
Yeah, and there's somebody there also that they can go to. So if they did have an issue, it's like, rather than thinking, well, who can I talk to? It's like, I know I can come and talk to you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Great advice.
That is great advice. Come on then, missus, another one.
Okay. Do you like to play with toys? What's your favourite, and what would you like Father Christmas to bring you?
It's Christmas!
I do like toys. I've got quite a big drawer full of them.
We're going to be here till Easter.
My favourite at the moment, I don't know what it's officially called, but it's like a rose-shaped kind of clitoris stimulator.
Is this like the blower sucker?
I think it's like a pulse. Yeah, like a pulse. So it's like a rose shape, and then it's got like a dangly cord with like an egg at the end. So it's like a double whammy. So you can pop the egg inside, and that does all the vibrating stuff, and then the rose does all the vibrating, pushy, pully,
I think
blowy
we've
stuff.
seen one of those, haven't we?
That's my favourite at the moment.
Yeah, I think Roger and the Cabin Girl have one of those, don't they?
Yes, they do. I think they do. So yeah, that's my favourite at the moment. I don't know. I haven't really got anything on my list. I just buy them as I see them. I've got to the age now where I don't wait for Father Christmas. If I want something, I just bloody buy it.
I wait for the half price sale.
To be fair, that's exactly what I do. You're right.
So where would you normally go for your toys? Just out of interest, if anybody's listening, they're thinking, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to buy them.
Yeah,
they're all over the place.
They are, but I must admit, I'm quite boring, and I tend to stick to Love Honey.
Okay.
Yeah, and I use the Fab discount. You know, if you go in through the Fab website, you get the 15% off. And
That's good to know.
Yeah, I tend to. Yeah, I'm a bit dull.
Yeah, my favourite toy is called the Unicorn.
Okay.
What's one of those?
So they've got their own website, and I bought it at Swingathon, and they've got about 5 or 10 different ones, and the one I found just really works with my physiology very well. And they're beautiful and soft, and they're really cute as well because they look like a little unicorn.
We've seen one of
It's
those.
a mini unicorn.
I've seen
unicorn.
them, yeah. They're actually they've got quite a strong vibration on it.
I know.
I might be back on that website.
I mean, there's not a lot of things that I buy full price in life, and not just sex toys, but just across the board in life. But I have definitely had my $39.99 nose worth out of that
One of the most interesting things for us, I think, obviously when we had like vanilla2vixen.co.uk, which we now had to close because we're doing the club instead.
Yes.
Can't focus on everything. But we spoke to a man who actually made the silicone.
Right.
For his own, so he owned his own business. And we learnt there's absolutely no point in buying cheap Temu silicone.
Yeah.
Because the quality and everything, the difference it makes is incredible.
Yeah.
And I mean, he did just his engineering was incredible, wasn't he? He worked out like even ridges, how close the ridges were to each other.
Yeah, they had to be at like a certain depth as well to make sure you got the most. Yeah. It was fascinating.
Can you imagine telling somebody that was your job?
Yeah. I know.
I know. The songs.
Yeah.
But he actually said to Mrs. N, he was like, without being personal, and then he was very personal, he said, how far away is your clit from your
it's about your physiology.
It is. I'll just get my fingers out.
And then he said, he went, that one will be no good for you.
It was amazing because obviously with my issue with my damaged nerve endings, obviously I can't have anything that's inserted. I find it too aggressive, so mine's more on the top, which is where I get most of my fun from. So to talk to him and explain that, and he actually totally understood, and he just went, right, well, this would work for you, and I'm like, oh, okay.
It was incredible.
It was phenomenal what the science is that goes into it. But that was a good one, girl.
But there's so many websites, isn't there, out there now?
Yeah. But I think you're right. I think you get what you pay for.
I was kind of hoping, because he was like scientist, I thought his name would be like Dr. Octopus or something.
I think it was something like Colin.
Okay. After a night at the club, have you got a special person or method of debriefing? If not, how do you deal with this yourself, and how do you feel about it? These questions are so good. I suppose, for me, I admit I do like, although I kind of am a unicorn, I do like going into a club on the arm of a man. I think that's my traditional side that comes out there. So it is nice to have a friend to go with. And then you've got, even if you've got a long journey home then in the car, you've got time to have a good old natter and say, what about this that happened, and what about that? And, and have that kind of debrief. But that doesn't always happen. I do go to clubs on occasion on my own, and I suppose I talk to myself on the way home, and then when I get in, I talk to the cats. Or I don't know. And then sometimes maybe you'll catch up then with your fab friends, and like yourself, and we'll talk about all like different experiences that you've had. But also, I've got non-fab friends that I debrief to, that aren't in the lifestyle, but they know that I am.
They literally live their life through you.
And so I've got a particular friend, and we send voice notes all the time, and so I'd normally be like, well, it's 3:00 in the morning, I'm having a cup of tea, and I did this and I did that.
I absolutely love getting those voice messages.
Me as well. I know. I'm thinking I was in watching Netflix, and then I listened to your voice note, and I'm really envious.
You do realise, Pixie, if you put those voice notes on OnlyFans, you'd be a billionaire.
Oh, God. You would, absolutely.
I'm so naive.
I like that, because we've kind of asked that question before with the single guys, haven't we?
Yeah.
And I don't know whether there is a massive difference between men and women and how they deal with that kind of thing, but I kind of felt that they felt more isolated with it, didn't they?
I think you've got a point there. I think personally my view is that actually females want to debrief more. You want to sort of unpack it a bit.
A lot of guys feel a guilt though. Single guys feel guilt.
Really?
Which is,
it's strange, isn't it? Because I've talked about this with some of the other single females before, and we can't understand why the guys don't kind of do what we do. Because we have a WhatsApp group where we debrief to each other, and have a bit of a giggle about, the gossip and who did what, and it's quite nice to be able to do that. And I've never understood why the guys don't pal up with somebody as well. I don't know maybe whether it's competition. They don't, whether they don't like...
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's a shame because we've often said if there was a little group of single guys and we were a little group of single girls, we could all arrange to go together to clubs, but there's not a group of single guys out there.
There we go. Something for next year to work on, Mrs. N.
Okie. Yeah, leave that one with us.
Here we go, my lovely.
Gap in the market.
Yeah, definitely. Would you ever attend a unicorn-only event? Would this include male unicorns? Can men be unicorns?
They do single female only parties now. Some clubs do. I've seen them on Fab.
They do single only female parties. I probably wouldn't personally attend one because I like men as well.
Yeah.
So I say I'm bisexual, but I don't know. I suppose my bias is towards men. I probably wouldn't. So I love playing with women when a male is part of that. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
But would I meet a woman on her own? I'm not sure if I would. So for me, I probably wouldn't attend a unicorn only event. But if there was one where it was, it was single women and single men, and men were bisexual, yeah, I would. I would.
Is it quite a common term to call single guys unicorns?
I've never called.
Because to me, I always automatically think unicorn, it's a single lady.
Yeah.
I think it is, isn't it? Because it's mystical.
Yeah.
And a single lady on the scene is still that mystical creature to a lot of people.
Yeah, maybe it's because there are a lot more bisexual guys out there. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. Have you?
No.
There you go, Mr. Ed. There's some research for you to do.
Yeah.
Oh, back on ChatGPT.
Off we go. Do single men contact you and ask you to be their partner for a couples only and single lady events, knowing that when they get through the door,
they will
go off and play by themselves as single men?
Which is very naughty.
It is very naughty.
I thought you were... Did you think I was making it up? You were expanding on the rest because you know the answer.
Oh, no, I was reading the question.
Yes.
Do you know what? I do get messages from single guys that are like, oh, I've never been to a club. I want to go to a club. And I'm like, fuck off. A big fat hairy bollocks and get yourself there yourself because I ain't your fucking babysitter.
Well said.
Yeah, there we are. Another Pixieism for you.
Yeah.
But you know what, actually? I have male friends that I have been to a club with, and we've gone in as a couple, and then we've just gone off and done our own thing. Do you remember that guy?
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
I suppose if you both were
But
the
we
same
were that.
age...
Actually, that worked. And
Yeah.
that was
You're
fine.
friends.
And
But you are friends before,
Exactly.
That makes
Yeah.
a huge
It
difference.
does make a huge difference.
It's when you get a stranger going to Fab, I want to go to a club, but I just don't go to a club. Well, that's not your issue, is
No,
it?
absolutely.
Again, I wouldn't go with him in
Yeah.
the first place.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that I could find
now
myself
I get
in
that all the time. Guys that haven't got the confidence to go on their own and they want you to go and hold their hand.
And that's not attractive.
No, God, no. You like, I'll meet you in there. Happy to meet you in there.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not signing up as a couple to take you through the door. Thank you very much.
Well, the other thing is if you go in as a couple, it's more expensive. Whereas if you go in as a single female, can be considerably cheaper. And I'm like,
actually a good point.
even if I paid half towards the couple's entry, I'm still out a dollar.
Yeah.
So
I've not thought about that.
Yeah, that is a really good point.
I would have thought that any single guy that does that would at least go, no, I will pay the extra.
Probably, but I like going on my own.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel obliged to stay with somebody all night because I've taken them in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'd also be, if I liked them, I'd also be pissed off if they buggered off and left me on my own as well.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes that's the single guys probably forget that look, if somebody is saying yes, I'm happy to go in as a couple.
Yeah.
you know, the etiquette is that you are in the club as a couple.
Exactly.
You show some respect.
Exactly. That's not just for you to just walk in the door and go, cheers, love, I'm off.
Yeah, thanks. Here's my golden. You're my golden ticket to get in.
Exactly.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head when you say it's about having that conversation first. I think you need to just have that conversation. You know, what are your expectations when we get there, or how are we going to play this? How's it going to roll out? And if you've had that chat, happy days.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You are the swinging doctors on this week's show.
Oh God, I don't know about that.
This is such good stuff, though, isn't it?
It's dynamite.
It is. The people
We've had
to
far
this
too much
experience. What do you mean? You've only been doing it for like 2 weeks.
Have you got a play hit list, and is it mostly couples or singles?
Oh, play hit list.
God. Why do I seem to get all the questions you get? I think, I know the answer to that.
You can share.
Well, I suppose I don't think I have a preference between singles or couples, really. I'm still ultimately, I would still like to find a partner in crime, I think.
Yeah.
So when I meet people outside of the club scene, it's generally men. Mm-hmm. Although I'm going off the idea, to be honest, of this partner in crime, because I think it might be more hassle than it's bloody worth. Anyway, but in a club, no, for me, it's more about, as I say, more about kind of connection and chatting and the See, I don't go with any expectations at all. So I don't have a hit list.
I think that is another myth that people think of, isn't it? That actually it is more about the connection and if you click with somebody when you see them, whether they're somebody that you've met previously but never got the chance to play with but have wanted to.
You got a better answer?
I think you're right. I think it's like, keep your sort of expectation threshold nice and low, and then everything is just a bonus there.
Yeah.
And there's been times where I've gone to a club and I've had very, very minimal play, and that's like the last time we met at Cam's, and it was more about meeting you.
It was Halloween, and we just chatted and laughed,
and we had
all
something
night
to eat, and and that was the best thing about it.
Please tell me you had the cheesy chips.
What did we have?
I think cheese toasty was involved, and there were chips involved.
There were.
The weirdest thing I ever saw at Cam's was a couple come in. And they had I don't know what it was. It was in a bowl. I don't know if it was like pasta or I don't know what it was. I don't even know if Cams do pasta. But they came in and we were waiting for somebody, weren't we?
Yes.
They had their bowl of pasta. I'm just going to call it pasta. I don't know what it was. They ate it and left. And I'm like...
Really? They just went for their thing?
You just paid about 30 quid for a pasta.
But not only that, they've paid that for the pasta.
That's bizarre.
In a room where people are all dressed in sexy lingerie and everything else. So,
there is something weird.
You don't get that at your Wetherspoons.
People go for all sorts of reasons, don't they?
Yeah.
And if that's their thing...
Yeah, there's something quite fun about having lasagna while sitting in your pants.
I'm not sure I want to pay about 30 quid for it.
No. That's very true.
But I like that about Cam's.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you can have a snack, something to eat, have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
I know you guys are going on about your coffee machine and the new place. But I think that encourages that more social side and in some ways takes the pressure off.
Does.
So if you are thinking, oh God, I'm going to a club and what's going to happen and I've got to do this, that and the other, it's like, no, you haven't. You just sit down, have a cup of tea and have a natter.
Have a
just
donut.
like what
Exactly.
don't worry about it.
That's a good one. Here we go, Pixie.
They just keep coming
Good
down.
questions.
I've got loads. We might not have enough time to do all of them.
What's in your play bag? Do you have a unicorn kit bag? I do. So I have a little bum bag that I carry around with me when I go to a club, and I can tell you exactly what's in it. There's a toothpick, because I never go anywhere without a toothpick, a lip balm, a vibrator, a few baby wipes. I'm doing that.
They can't see the action.
A diagram. This is brilliant.
Some breath freshener and maybe a mint or something like that. Also, like a little bit of paper and a pencil. So if you've not got your phone and you want to remember somebody's fab name, you can write it down. I've got condoms and lube.
I was going to ask you about the condom thing, because Mr. N will laugh at me for saying this, but there's often times if we've kind of connected with somebody that wants to play, and Mr. N will say to me, have you got the condoms with you? And I'll say, no, because they should have them.
If a guy has got his own condoms and they're the right fit for him and all the rest of it, again, they escalate in my rating.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
totally.
This guy knows what he's at. If they haven't and they're like, fumbling around, or I've got to go, it's a bit of a put off, really.
Mrs. N has walked away at that point.
Yeah. Honestly,
but I don't mind. I've got my condoms in my, like I say, my little bag thing, and if people are like, have you got a condom, I'm quite happy to give them out, but I get them for free, which actually any of us can, and there's kind of no excuse for it, really, to not just have a few. A bit like toothpicks. I've got them dotted all over the place.
I want to take this condom conversation just that little bit further. Would you ever consider actually putting the condom on the gentleman, or would you always expect them to do it?
Well, that's a good question.
It is.
I've never had to.
Me neither, and I prefer not to.
I prefer not to, but I could if I needed to. But again, it would be I think it was a bit strange.
Yeah.
I mean, why couldn't they?
I just didn't know whether
put it this way, I wouldn't be asking a guy to, insert anything in me. I don't know what I mean, but it's like it's his.
I did have an instance a few months ago. I know I've told you about this, where I was fucking a single guy and the condom got lost inside me. But do you know what? He stepped up and fished it out.
Oh, bless him. And you.
And I was very relieved that I didn't have to end up going up to the hospital or trying to fish it out myself.
Wow. I think that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like those bloody sponges, isn't it? Do you ever use those?
I've never tried one of them, no.
They're absolutely amazing.
But again, seriously, that's an important thing for the guy to have the right size, and
it is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See? There you go. I'll stick with my point.
Yeah.
Come on, honey, get a good one.
Okay. One I can answer.
To be like a Boy Scout and be prepared.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Is there anything you can do as a unicorn that you don't think can be done as a couple?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, I suppose you don't have to check in with anybody, do you? As a unicorn, you've got complete freedom.
Yeah.
So I'm in control of my own decisions, my own choices. So, I don't have to, I just have to ask myself, do you fancy him? Yeah, he's great. I don't have to, there's nobody to kind of worry about or think about other than myself. Which is quite refreshing, I suppose.
That's quite a good point, because when we've had couples on the podcast before and they said, we have like a little secret handshake or something if one of us isn't really feeling it, you don't have to do that, do you?
No. I suppose you can go at your own pace.
Absolutely.
Whereas a couple, we always say go at the sort of pace of the slowest person.
Yeah.
So you might feel, or some couples might feel restricted at some points because, somebody's ahead of them or whatever.
Yeah.
So as a unicorn,
there's no communication required. If I don't want to do something, I just don't do it. I don't have to worry about where's the other person, how are they feeling. So I suppose that's quite nice.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's very liberating.
It is.
Master of your own destiny, and it's a great feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you guys ever had an experience where you've kind of gone afterwards, what the hell was I thinking? And gone, not going there again.
You can see from Mrs. N's face
you
that
have.
she's
like all the time. So I mean, I'm much more. If I go to a club, I'm much more inclined to. I kind of have it in my mind. It's like, do you know what? This could be it's one night only. Could be my last night ever here. I can't explain it properly, but I'm perhaps just a little less discerning than I would be. Like if guys were messaging me on Fab. I think they have, if a random guys message me on Fab, they have to be a lot higher in quality.
Yes.
Whereas if I'm in a club, I'm like, what the hell? I'm here. I've got to go home in half an hour. I may as well get one in before I go.
I suppose the difference is between somebody messaging you on Fab and then somebody in the club. You physically see them there and then in the club,
absolutely,
don't you?
Yeah.
And you could be in the mood. You could. It's the
you are.
environment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm a bit different.
Yeah.
This is one of our differences, isn't it? We've got a few. I'm a bit different. So.
You're not the kingmaker of bad decisions. Mrs. N and Pixie.
I normally know somebody quite well before I play with them. So I very rarely pick somebody up in a club that I haven't already met or spoken to for a period of time. So I like to know them. But still, there's still kind of, sometimes you can have been chatting to somebody for ages. There's loads of chemistry and sparks between you. You really fancy each other, and then you kiss, and it's dreadful. And for both of you. And sometimes these things happen, or actually the sex is clunky, or so even though you can do all the double checking beforehand, but still it can end up being
so true. I have a bit of, how you can have those I want to say Richter scale, but it's not really a Richter scale, but you have like a level where somebody fits into. And when I was a teenager, I went out with this lad from school, and he was a really good kisser. Really good kisser. Terrible boyfriend, but a really good kisser. And he was always like, that was the bar for me. So to meet anybody else that was either at that level or above, I always used to say, and I did this to Mr. N, when Mr. N kissed me for the first time, I said, you are better than Darren Envis.
I don't know who Darren Envis is, but I'm killing that guy.
I love it.
I'm winning.
He was a really good kisser. But so I do have a level.
Yeah.
That is my level. It's like, if you're not there, that's not happening.
Right. What is your most memorable and your most embarrassing experience as a unicorn?
Oh, I like this question.
God.
This has got to be a one for everybody, I think.
Most memorable. I don't know. I mean, I always think with questions like this, it's a bit like, asking which is your favourite child. And they've all been memorable, and also, menopausal brain just does mean that sometimes your memories all kind of merge into one homogenous lump.
And let's be honest, some of the best nights are just a blur.
So I don't know. I'm not sure what my most memorable I don't know. Have I had any embarrassing experiences as unicorn? I don't know. New experiences. Help me out here.
No, I know. I'm trying to think. Embarrassing experiences. I must have had loads, but I'm trying to think what they are.
The thing is,
you do. It's like, move on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Other people might perceive it as embarrassing, but I'm probably like, I'm rocking it. And everyone else is laughing at me. I tell you what, though. I mean, one of my... it's come to me now. And this has happened maybe on a couple of occasions. And again, the big play bed at Libs. And the last time I was at Libs, and had been another occasion where I've just been DP'd on the bed. And then I look up and the whole room is quiet and stopped. And I'm just like... Why is everybody else not playing? What's happening?
They're all watching you.
And then I'm like, fuck. That might be something to do with me.
I love that.
So I've had a couple of occasions like that.
That's brilliant.
New experience has got a head and a hand.
Only you.
Only you.
Do you want to answer that question, my lovely, or do you want to dig away? Let's do that. This is the last one.
Last one.
Crackers.
Oh, we might have to both do it then. Let's have a look. What's this one? Oh. Do you have to be bisexual to be a unicorn, or can you be straight?
Oh, that's a good
question.
Which would you say offers more? Here we go. I can't bloody read. Which would you say offers more excitement or choice?
That's a good question. Do you have more choice if you're bisexual?
I think so.
You do, don't you?
I think it helps, or at least by playful.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I was going to say, because the whole thing about being bisexual and stuff, I mean, there are times, and I've been in this situation where we've played with another couple, and it just felt right at the time.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's not something that I would probably go looking for.
Yeah.
Again, it goes back to that connection thing, doesn't it? So
Yeah,
if
it
you
does.
have that connection with another lady, it's an amazing experience.
Yeah. Absolutely. It depends on how you feel and just
I mean,
whatever
you can be
happens.
either, can't you? But I definitely think if you've probably got more choice. The most couples I speak to tend to be looking for a bisexual unicorn. So I think that's my
I mean,
experience.
there's that question, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like, are you bi? And you're going like, well, yeah, and they're like, ping. He goes ping, and she goes
true.
ping.
Yeah, it's very true. But then there's all the different dynamics to consider as well. Are they soft swap? Are they full swap?
Yeah.
Do they want this? Do they, it's a minefield, isn't it? It's just the same being a unicorn as it is with couples. I think you've still got all the individuals kind of desires and perspectives and needs to think about.
Yeah.
Ladies, I want to thank you for honestly one of the most fun episodes.
I told you this was going to be awesome.
If you could come back for another 52 episodes next year.
Well, I just want to say it's been really lovely being here and being
thank you.
invited.
Yeah, it's been great
because
fun.
I've listened avidly to your podcast every week.
Bless you.
Once I'd caught up on about 100 or so episodes. So it's a real honour to be here, and I think you do a sterling job. And please keep up the fantastic work.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you and your future plans with the new club.
We can't wait to see you both. And I guess it's only fair if you want to ask us anything now about the new club.
Yes, please do.
You've answered all these questions for us.
It's only fair.
Yeah.
That's put you on the spot, hasn't it?
It has. It has.
We will try and answer anything if you want. If you have any general.
Is it dress down straight away?
No,
it isn't.
Okay. And have you got a good place for your changing area and the lockers? And
we've got lots and lockers in Boris, the lorry, as we speak. You walked past Boris as you came in.
We've been collecting them, haven't we?
That's how I knew I was at the right house.
Actually, guys, this is a good question. This is something I've been thinking of, which I haven't spoken to Mr. N about, so he knows nothing about this. But sometimes in those quiet times in the evening, and all of a sudden you go, "Ooh, I've not thought of that." So the locker area that we're planning on having at the moment, the floor in the club is actually a tiled floor, isn't it? And I'm very conscious.
Tiled,
It is beautifully tiled, and I'm very conscious of warmth.
Okay.
So would you guys prefer, if you're in a locker area, to have like a carpeted floor or something rather than...
Probably yes, because when I'm getting changed, I've got bare feet.
Yeah.
Normally in a club, I'll have stocking feet or a pair of heels on.
Yeah.
So actually, your tiled floor might be a bit precarious actually, because it might be a bit slippy for me in my pleaser heels. But definitely when you, I love it. I'm fussy or anything. But in the changing room, I'd want something warm and comfortable, sort of fluffy underneath my feet.
I did think
Yeah.
about this for the girls, you see, being one myself, and it was like...
We are building this club upwards from the consumer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lovely,
but that would be
sounds great.
That would be a minor detail. I wouldn't mark it against you.
Bless you.
New experiences. Have you got any questions?
I suppose just looking at the kind of the layout ideas that you've given and stuff. So I'm assuming this is going to be quite have a social feel to it as well.
Very, very social. Social. Very.
We want it to be a club where people can actually come and they might never ever consider themselves a swinger.
Yeah.
Just somewhere where they can come, where they feel sexy. And we also want to try an experiment, and we've got this idea in our head where we want to put on a singles night where people can come, and there's so many apps now which are dating apps, and we want to kind of go old school and try and create a night for people, especially for single people, where they can actually come and meet people back in real life.
That would be amazing.
And we've got the name for it already. So it's going to be called Swipe Right IRL.
Okay,
great,
super.
So that's the idea. That's another little.
I would definitely be putting my name down for that.
Yeah.
Only because it's like we were saying, like you were saying earlier, Pixie, about going to just a normal club or something, nightclub or whatever. It's that fear of I don't feel safe.
It just fills me with horror.
Exactly. You don't want to be in a cattle market. So
no, absolutely not.
Add some civilised,
lovely
feel to it. Where people can just go, but. We want to kind of add the caveat to it, where it's not a pickup night.
No.
So it's just a night for single people, where we haven't kind of got every idea in our head at the minute. We're still thinking of it. So if any of our beautiful listeners have any ideas to add to this night, send us an email. You know how to do it. It's v2v.uk. Send us an email and we'll add it into our singles night list of ideas.
Yeah.
But we want to create this night where it's like, swipe right IRL and create a night where people can come and meet other people, but there's no pressure on anyone at all. We've done it for the couples, but we've never really focused on that for the singles.
I think that's
be great. Yeah, it'd be great.
Now we've got a whole club of our own. We can create nights like this.
We can do what we like.
God help the neighbours.
I know.
No, we're going to be fine.
It's all going to be good.
And an 80s karaoke night.
Absolutely.
I've heard you, Pixie, on karaoke.
At the Camp Vegas.
Yeah. I think we were actually dancing.
It's my thing.
Definitely.
And I think this is the thing. The whole thing about us having the club is the fact that we listen to what people have said. We like the feedback. Even from our events that we've run at Libs and other clubs, we've picked up and it's like, right, okay, well, if we ever get the opportunity to do that, then that's what we want to do. So, and we want to make it a club for everyone. So we really...
You can't make it a club for everyone.
I know you can't make it a club for everyone, but do you know what I mean? We listen to what people say and we listen to what people... sort of said, I'd like that, and if we felt it would work,
it will always be a favourite club for some people, but other people it won't be their hot chocolate.
But all I'm saying is that rather than we've just gone, right, okay, we're having this and this, and that's our club, and if you don't like it, tough. That's not what we're about,
totally
is it?
Yeah.
It's more about we'd like to think that we do listen and we have picked up things along the way, and
we're trying to create a lot of icebreakers in there. So we're looking as well at like a giant wheel, like a wheel of fortune. So you can just go and spin the wheel.
Are we allowed to say the other thing that we're thinking of having?
Go on then, Mrs. N.
I have to give kudos to the cabin girl on this one, because this was her idea.
Rogers and the cabin girl, yes, they are planning a very, very special night.
We're going to have a proper full-size twister
on
the floor.
Classic.
Wow.
God help us.
I know, it's going to be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious, but brilliant.
But no heels allowed on the twister board.
We're trying to
the plastic.
we're trying to incorporate it into the actual floor.
Okay.
So it's like
on.
a permanent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the idea. But we'll see if it works or not. But
I like it.
We're hoping there's just going to be lots of little quirky things in there.
You're
for
full of
people
bright ideas.
Thank you both so much. You honestly mean the world to us at V2V. Honestly, you really do. And it's people like yourselves that literally make V2V what it is. We've always said that, you know. Otherwise, we'd just be two people rabbiting on every week. Nonsense.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Bless you guys.
cannot wait to see you next year at V2V.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
definitely.
So all that's left is for us to say Merry Christmas.
Yes.
And
Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah.
I hope Santa brings you both a big, big sack.
You never know.
Happy Christmas!
Happy Christmas to you.